Everyone, now we are going to discuss about agricultural drainage, Unit 2, environmental impact. The subject name is environmental and agriculture. Agricultural drainage is using surface ditches, subsurface permeable pipe or both to remove standing or excess water from poorly drained lands. Need for drainage. During rain or irrigation, the field become wet. The water infiltrate into the soil and is stored in its pores. When all the pores are filled with water, the soil is said to be saturated and no more water can be absorbed. When rain or irrigation continues, pools may form on the soil surface. Part of the water present in the saturated upper soil layer flows downward into deeper layer and is replaced by water infiltration from the subsurface pools. When there is no more water left on the soil surface, the downward flow continues for a while and air re-enter in the pores of the soil. This soil is not saturated anymore. However, saturation may have last too long for the plant's health. Plant root require air as well as water, and most plant cannot withstand saturated soil for long periods. Rice is an exception. Beside damage to the crop, a very wet soil makes the use of machinery difficult, is not impossible. The water flowing from the saturated soil downward to deeper layer feeds the groundwater reservoir. As a result, the groundwater level rises. Following heavy rainfall or continuous over irrigation, the groundwater table may even reach and saturate part of root zone. Again, if this saturation lasts too long, the plant may suffer. Measures to control the rise of the water table are thus necessary. The removal of excess water either from the ground surface or from the root zone is called drainage. Excess water may be caused by rainfall or by using too much irrigation water, but may also have other origins such as canal seepage or flood. In very dry areas, there is often accumulation of salt in the soil. Most crops do not grow well on salty soil. Salts can be washed out by percolating irrigation water through the root zone of the crops. To achieve sufficient percolation, farmers will apply more water to the field than the crop need. But the salty percolation water will cause the water table to rise. Drainage to control the water table, therefore, also serves to control the salinity of the soil. So here the two picture before heavy rain and after heavy rain. Different type of drainage. Drainage can be either natural or artificial. Many areas have some natural drainages. This means that excess water flow from the farmer's field to swamps or to take lake and rivers. Natural drainage, however, it often inadequate and artificial or man-made drainage is required. There are two types of artificial drainage: surface and subsurface drainages. So now let me see about subsurface drainage. Before that, we need to see surface drainage. Surface drainage is the removal of excess water from the surface of the land. This is normally accomplished by shallow ditches, also called open drains. The shallow ditches drainage into large and deeper collector drainage. In order to facilitate the flow of excess water towards the drain, the field is given an artificial slope by means of land grading. So here in this peak, the field is given an artificial slope to facilitate drainage. Second one is subsurface drainage. So in subsurface drainage we have three drains. Subsurface drainage is the removal of water from the root zone. It is accomplished by deep open drain or buried pipe drain. So number one, deep open drain. The excess water from the root zone flows into the open drains. The disadvantage of this type of subsurface drainage is that it makes the use of machinery difficult. So in this pic we are clearly seeing the control of the groundwater table by means of deep open drains. The second one is pipe drains. Pipe drains are buried pipes with opening through which the soil water can enter. The pipes convey the water to a collector drain. These drain pipes are made of clay or concrete or plastic. They are usually placed in trenches by machines. In clay and concrete pipes, usually 30 cm long and 5 to 10 cm in dia. Drainage water enters the pipes through the joint. Flexible plastic drain are much longer, it's up to 200 meter, and the water enters through performance distributed over the entire length of the pipe. So in this pic we are clearly seeing control of the groundwater table by means of buried pipe. The two sides of circle is a pipe. The pipe made by clay or concrete or plastic. So here we are seeing the plastic and concrete pipes. The third is deep open drain. Open drain use land that otherwise could be used for crop. They restrict the use of machines. They also required a large number of bridges and culvert for road crossings and across to the field. Open drains require frequently maintenance like weed control and repairs, etc. In contrast to open drains, buried pipe cause no loss of cultivable land and maintenance requirement are very limited. The installation cost, however, of pipe drains may be higher due to the materials, the requirement and the skill manpower involved. Thank you. Hope we understood about agriculture drainage.